nos entregan todo lo que tienen, vamos a hacer un inventario y ustedes en este momentico quedan bajo la responsabilidad de la autoridad. Listo.
Pero...
Otro guardia.
This is a showdown between FARC guerrilla fighters and the NASA Indians of Cauca, Colombia.
¿Cuántos proveedores? Cuatro.
This is just one of the indigenous communities caught in the middle of a decades-old conflict between anti-government rebels and the Colombian Army. Now the NASA are fighting back without weapons. Despite being unarmed, the Indians overwhelmed the guerrillas with men, women and children participating in the communal raid. They call this resistance. Here they've stopped a rebel who was preparing an attack on Colombian soldiers just outside the town of Toribio.
Vamos a seguir en guerra aquí o vamos a hacer la paz.
The rebel known as Manuel explains why Colombia's violence has run for so long.
Hay una sangre, ¿sí me entiendes? Como de ahí se va creciendo, ¿sí? Ya no este man mató a otro y ahí va. Pero hay razones, ¿sí? Hay razones.
Nunca hay razones para quitar la vida. No hay razones para quitarle la vida a alguien.
Para el que lo sabe entender, sí.
No hay razones para quitarle la vida
todos
a
no.
nadie.
The Indians then take the guerrillas off in a truck to face an indigenous trial, where they may be sentenced to whipping. In the raid, they seize machine guns, grenades, and tatucos, a mortar used by the FARC that's as deadly as it is inaccurate. One by one, they bury the tatucos, a dreaded symbol of Colombia's 5-decade civil war between leftist FARC rebels and a central government that still struggles to control the countryside. Fighting has intensified over the past year, with the government sending thousands more troops and police to combat the FARC. As the violence flares, people flee. This is normally a sports stadium, but now it's a refugee center for 700 people. On their first day here, refugee children were asked to draw their village. One child drew a person being shot with the words, "They kill people."
Dibujos como este, un niño en que dice que en el momento en que se asoma a la calle, porque pinta solo una mancha roja, dice porque su municipio se volvió solo sangre cuando está el conflicto armado.
But despite the suffering, the indigenous plea for both the FARC and the army to leave the zone has fallen on deaf ears.
Y mientras esté la fuerza pública y esté la policía ahí en el municipio de Toribio, en el casco urbano de Toribio, las FARC va a seguir y las confrontaciones van a seguir.
Today, the Indians are confronting the army. It's a 2-hour march up a mountain face. They make it through the gates of the military outpost. They carry a white flag to show they are unarmed. The 100 or so soldiers are powerless to do anything against the more than 300 indigenous. Piece by piece, they take apart the base.
Despacito y con respeto. Entregue esas cosas. Espere, que saquen las cosas de ellos que...
One soldier asks for more time.
Yo les digo una cosa, nosotros hasta que no nos den orden, porque cómo vamos a sacar las cosas.
They ignore him. They turn to the hated sandbags, a symbol of the conflict that has plagued their land for decades. Men, women and children fill in the trenches. It's these kind of actions that has led the government to say that the movement is infiltrated by the guerrillas, something they absolutely deny.
Ni la guerrilla ni el ejército dentro de nuestro territorio y ningún grupo armado que nos venga a causar problemas, porque queremos vivir en paz con nuestras familias.
Outside is a reminder that the war continues. A helicopter shoots at FARC rebels. For now, the NASA Indians fly their own flag over this contested land. They say only when their land is free of guerrillas and soldiers will they finally have peace.
Somos una comunidad autónoma. Nosotros estamos acá en resistencia.